the Three Famous Ladies podcast show.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just jump into it.
I tried my best.
Yeah, you didn't.
That was whack on my side. That was whack on your side. You were so delayed.
You were late. Like, oh my
That's the
God.
same thing, Mitch. Delayed. You were delayed. We're never going to get this right. Honestly, probably just scrap it. Just scrap it.
Viewers, listeners, do you want to scrap it or not? Oh my days.
So, okay, let's jump.
No, they'll probably get a kick out of it.
Jump straight into it. Megan Good is back in the headlines about her skin complexion. So she came onto scrutiny a little while ago for being a lot lighter than what people remember. First of all, she's already a light-skinned person, but she's a lot lighter. So recently, somebody, one of these Instagram, one of her Instagram followers made a comment. There was all this discussion saying, why is she bleaching? She looks average. When she didn't have that skin tone, she looks, like special. Now she just looks average. So, there's still this discussion back and forth. And then Megan actually responded and said what happened was she goes, she can't believe she's addressing it again. But what happened was she said she had like a sun mark on her forehead and she was prescribed something by an unlicensed esthetician. And this product that she used really messed her up and is the reason for the skin change. So people are like, is she lying or is she telling the truth? Because some people are like, well, a cream can't do that to your whole body if you're only using it on your forehead. But some people are saying, well, she never said it was a cream. She just said it was a product. It could be pills. Nobody knows. But people are challenging what she said because, when this first came up like a few years ago, she said that it was her skin changes. It's normal for some people's skin to change with the season, depending on what climate they're in, the weather, blah, blah, blah. And she then put it down to that and then posted a baby picture of herself saying, well, this is my natural skin tone. And she was extremely light. I have some thoughts, but I want to know, what are you guys' thoughts on Megan Good and skin bleaching as a whole?
Snoop, you want to go?
Shut up, you go.
So,
Megan
Good is a sexy woman. Whether she's light skin or a bit darker skin, she still looks good. Yeah, she's Megan Good. I don't care about the reason why she's done it, or if she got a sun mark on her forehead and then the product went, left. I don't care. I think if that's what she did, leave her to it. At the end of the day, she reaped what she sows. So if it all goes pear-shaped, she did it to herself. That's it. Snoop?
Right. I partially agree with that. I think it's her business. In this day and age where everyone's doing shit to their body, it's her business. Do you understand what I mean? I also think that, I would only disagree with it if she was promoting, dark beauty or natural beauty, or do you know what I mean, that kind of thing, people who talk like that, do you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. If she was one that speaks like that, then I would be like, okay, then what's going on, do you know what I mean, sort of thing. But if she ain't, she's just living her life and she wants to get dark, she wants to get light, I really don't care, really. Like you said, she is a beautiful girl naturally with the dark. I've seen her both dark and the light, and I do agree she has gotten lighter.
Yeah.
But whatever her and Wendy Williams are cooking up together, or Nene, that's their business, And
you better go and link to that as well.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
And Nene too.
Yeah.
So that's their business. You know what I mean, sort of thing. Just like you said, when shit hits the fan, it's their thing to clean up, sort of thing like that. But yeah, it could be a legit reason. Do you know what I mean? Maybe before she didn't want to say that, maybe she was directed not to say that and just to keep it simple as, climate change changes my face. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. Yeah. And now she's like trying to, okay, here's the real reason why. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. Either way, I think it's her business.
Okay.
It's her business. People are doing too much with their bodies these days for me to care.
But this is I actually do care. First of all, I agree with that other comment. Yeah, I do think she looks busted. I don't think she looks as good. I think she looks busted with her skin as it is. Yeah, I don't think it looks good. And then she's gotten these eyebrow transplant where she looks like Wolverine. I'm sorry, like I don't know what
they're tattooed, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
listen,
not transplant, it's tattooed.
that's what. Well, whatever. Transplant tattoo.
It's
It
tattooed.
don't look good. I don't like it. It's too much. It's too wolf-like. Anyway, look, my problem. I think where my problem came into it, guys, was where she posted a picture of her as a practically like a baby. Now, guys, all of y'all, including me. Now, if I post a baby picture of myself, I could be my dad. I could claim Tom Cruise was my dad because I looked white as F. When we all did, everybody came out looking a lot like. And you don't know. I know children who've started off being extremely light skinned, and then starting to become dark. My nephew if you see some of his baby pictures, he was very dark. Now he's very light. So I'm like, no. Don't use your baby picture as an excuse because most of us were very light skinned when we were babies. So that ain't no, that's not telling us, giving us the true story of your skin. I don't. You're right. There are people doing all sorts of things to themselves. My only issue is be real with what it is that's causing, whatever it is. That's my only thing. But I do believe she's been bleaching herself on purpose. That's just personally my opinion.
But I'm just glad that, sorry babe to cut you off, I'm just glad that at least if it's true, at least she's saying yes, I acknowledge my skin has gotten lighter.
Yeah, okay.
Do you understand what I mean, sort of thing? I would have preferred her to say to stop there as opposed to as opposed to the baby picture, bringing in the baby picture business, to say yes, I used something that affected my skin. And so I've been trying to correct it, and unfortunately, it's gotten lighter. Done. Yes, my skin. That's acknowledging it. Like, yeah, it is. Sort of thing. Yeah. But mind your business still. Do you know what I mean? But I agree with you. Most babies, all babies come out fairer than what they actually are going to be. So yeah.
I think she's just trying to.
Her husband's alright with it.
Exactly. And my thing is that bleaching. Obviously, she knows, as many people know, if you're doing it, and it's not a medical issue or a proper, like you've got a skin issue and you need to cover something up, then you've got some serious issues up there, because why you want to be a different colour is that you don't love yourself. So she knows at the end of the day, deep down, when she goes to her bed at night with her husband.
Sometimes it's not about loving yourself. Sometimes it's about correcting. You're trying to correct some certain damages.
That's what I said. If it was a medical reason or something to fix, then it's to do with issues.
But
cool.
It's vanity.
You guys know, I know that majority of people ain't doing it for that reason. Majority of people are doing it because, society.
Vanity.
It's sorry, it's a thing.
Fairer is better.
Favor. And from the research that I've done, back in the slave trade, if you were of a lighter skin tone, you were worth more money. Because you're closer to the side of white, and a lot of mulatto, that's what they used to call them, a lot of mixed race sometimes could even pass for being
Caucasian.
So and they just had more favor, and I really do think it really does fall into a hole. I do believe it. If you're doing that, it falls into self-hatred, that you think you're not happy with the tone God made you. And for me, it's very painful when I see those people on the train look with their red skins, because that's what they look like. And then they've got black hands, they're not doing it all the way. Or even when they do it all the way, their knuckles are telling a different story. Yeah.
But these products are getting much, much better than that, though.
That is true.
These are revealing knuckles and stuff now. So.
That is very true.
It's a big money making industry.
The one thing they do, most of them do, is just stink up the place, though.
Oh, well,
is it?
You've got chemicals, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, believe me, NHS tells me that.
I just think it's really, really sad. Honestly, guys, I just feel like we're living in a society where white girls want to be black, black girls want to be white. Like,
isn't that weird now?
Yeah,
isn't that weird?
Yeah. What it makes, like everybody wants a big bum. Black girls have been having big bums from the beginning of time. Now it's a thing. Now white girls want to do it. Black girls want that long, sleeky, straight hair that they know they weren't born with. Do you know what? I just feel like it's very sad. But at the bottom line is, do what makes you feel happy. But just know, when you do get a husband or a man who's going to see you when you're not, like before you prep to go out, just know at some point you have to reveal the real you. He has to be okay with it. So do you. So, yes, that is my viewpoint on it. It's sad. That's what I think. It's very, very sad.
Yeah.
But good luck. Good. If it's good for you, then I guess it's good for the rest. I don't know what else to say about it, but yeah. Okay, let's move on. New Year, Nick.
So I've been watching Insecure. I'm really enjoying this season.
Me too.
Like I said before. So Issa, Molly, best friends. They had another lady who was going to kind of interfere and become like a third wheel Condela. But she's kind of gone out the picture now. Colola, whatever. It's not Corona, but anyway, she's out of the picture now.
Yeah.
So Issa throws this really big block party in LA. I know you two have been to LA. I haven't been yet. I'm still watching on the TV screen.
Yeah.
But like in LA or like most places in America, you can have like big street parties or big block parties where you block off a lot of the neighborhoods or the blocks basically, and then you have like our festivals, wireless festivals. You have big stages. Everyone comes to perform. You have stalls, all of that kind of stuff. So Issa pulls this off, and it's fantastic. Like she gets help from like her ex's new girlfriend, who's now her ex, Condela, and she does it. And Molly was kind of feeling like Issa wasn't really around, and Molly started dating this guy who Issa didn't really get a chance to meet 100%. So fasting forward, Issa's big act for this block party pulls out. So she asks Molly to ask her boyfriend, her new boyfriend, to kind of hook her up because he works for this, like, you know, record label type of thing. And Molly's like, no, I can't do it. I don't want to mess up this relationship. I can't do you this favor. So Issa's kind of like, okay, vex. But she said, okay. So this guy that Issa was seeing before calls her up and goes, how you doing? Whatever. They start chatting. And then basically he knows Molly's new boyfriend. So he goes to him and asks him for the favor. So she gets the act. So at the event now, the boyfriend kind of lets it slip that he helped Issa get the act through this other guy, and Molly goes mad, starts screaming and shouting at Issa at the event. Is at the end, but it's at the event. Issa screaming back, them two have a big blowout, and now they're not speaking. And it's to the point of who is in the right and who's in the wrong. Is it Issa for going, you know, I'm putting speech marks there, going behind Molly's back to go through her friend to the boyfriend to get this act for her event? Or is it Molly for not helping her best friend? Ladies, what do you think?
Right, because I know
Scooby-Doo on this.
What my issue is, I feel like Molly's the one in the wrong. And I tell you this, Issa's slightly in the wrong as well, but Molly was wrong first. That's your best friend. And you know she's put everything on the line for this block party. This is the biggest thing that she's ever done for herself. This is a project that she believed in. The act pulled out. All she's asking you to do as her best friend, whether it's ex-best friend or whatever, they've got a bit of a weird relationship going on at the moment, is ask the guy on your behalf. All that you're doing is asking. If the guy says no, the guy says no. You've done, you know, your bit. All you're doing, you know, is asking for a favor. And for me, Molly has been quite spiteful towards Issa of late. Like, they've been in a funny space in their relationship. And I think it's because Molly hasn't liked some of the comments that Issa has said to her. But this person that Issa ended up asking was dating Issa. And Molly kind of told the guy to leave Issa alone. You went and inserted yourself in her business. So it's okay for you, do you know what I mean? For you to insert yourself with her boyfriend, not without telling Issa, but it's not okay for Issa to come to you in your face and ask your boyfriend for a favor. Doesn't make sense to me. So Molly, I don't like the way that Issa went the round way to get what she wanted, but Molly was out of order in the first place. That's what I think. That's your bestie. That's your girl. The least you can do is ask. The guy says no, even if you're going to lie about it, even if you say, yeah, I asked him, he didn't say, he said no, you know, but don't tell her, well, I'm not going to. I just feel like Molly was doing some very tit for tat behavior. She didn't like some of the comments that I think she felt like Issa was kind of judging her life to a degree, and she felt like, well, I'm going to be petty and I'm not going to help you with things. You're always in drama, but you're trying to look at my life. No, Molly likes to be very nosy and insert herself into Issa's life. I just think, nah, I'm on team Issa. Molly's sorry, I'm not going to swear, but nah, Molly was out of order.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm just listening to this.
I agree with you. Like, yeah, Molly should have had her back. If I know they were in a really tough spot, but Issa's just trying to do her thing, isn't it? Really, and you can help her. And it's literally like she's run out of all her options. And to be fair, the guy, Nathan, the guy offered to help Issa rather than Issa asked him. But either way, it's like everything's been blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
So, but one does need to check herself a little bit, because at the end of the day, that's her girl, and you know, it wasn't anything just to ask a question.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. So they're both not talking now. So we'll see what happens next time. But everyone's kind of like to Issa, like, you should kind of just make a phone call. But we'll see. We'll see. Cool. So yeah, that's me from TV shows.
Okay, what I will say before we get into the last topic quickly is Real Housewives of Atlanta Part 2 was out. I don't think it was that great, so I'm really looking forward to Part 3. The best comment in there was, you know, Marlo was trying to come for Kenya, and Kenya said, why don't you keep quiet? The only man you've had in the show is the same man that you and Nene were effing at the same time. That was it. That was the comment that I was like, oh, wow, okay. So yeah, it wasn't that great. So, you know, we know Nene's walked off the set because she knows Yavanna is coming to talk about Snakegate, which is that's a played out topic about Cynthia being recorded or not. Like, but yeah, we're gonna get into that next week. So yeah. So lastly, Snoop, NHS. Snoop.
Yes.
I thought you walked out as well, like Nene.
I did. So currently, you know, with the whole with coronavirus and NHS being overworked and stuff like that, so the government is now planning to scrap the overseas healthcare fee, especially for. I don't think it's for everybody. I think it's just for healthcare workers and, you know, nurses and care workers. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, if you are from a non-EU country, you basically when you're coming to the UK, you've got to pay a fee towards the NHS. Now, this has been established quite a while ago, and it gets raised every so often. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if it's up to £1,000 now or approaching that much. You know, it's part of this many things that you've got to pay towards, because obviously the government's tired of people coming in using our NHS and then just you know some people literally blatantly just come in, have a surgery or have a baby on the NHS and then bugger off back to their country. You know what I mean? Because obviously on their country they would have to pay, but you know, you could just come to the NHS. And I'm 7 months pregnant, wait till I'm 9 months pregnant, have my baby, okay, take my twins back. But who's forking the bill? Do you know what I mean, sort of thing? Yeah. So things like to kind of like not eliminate, but you know, to make people responsible as well. So that fee's always been implemented. But now I think Boris is having a change of heart since he's used the NHS system, and since many non-EU workers have cared for him. You know, it seems like he's having a little soft-heartedness towards the whole thing. And now I think it has, correct me if I'm not wrong, I think I spoke to you about it probably has, you're stating that he has been implemented, that they won't be paying no more. If you work in the NHS or if you work in a care factor, you would not have to pay that fee anymore, because it seems like you're already contributing. Do you know what I mean? By working, you're already contributing to the NHS. Do you know what I mean? So what sense does that make? Took them a while to figure that out, but yeah. Any opinions on that?
Honestly speaking, I think it's a good thing, especially where a lot of we've got a lot of frontline workers who, you know, who are not, you know, they're not born British and stuff, and they're putting their lives on the line, you know. So I feel like it makes sense, you know, for them. Yeah, why not? But not for everybody, okay? Because we need to keep our NHS, and you know, I'm not supporting NHS for myself. Get me? So
yeah.
So yeah, I think it's good. And to be fair, you know, honestly speaking, at this particular time, we've all got to pull together, and we don't want people being disgruntled, because I'm not going to lie, if I knew I had to pay that and I'm putting my life on the line and stuff, I'll sit my ass at home. Do you know what I mean? I'll sit my ass out, like, you know, but I think that's the least that they could. It's not about, I know everyone appreciates, all the clapping and stuff like that, but banging on pots and pans ain't paying anyone's rent.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of charity raising money for different charities raising money for NHS. Do you know what I mean? But I know that at the end of the day, we're all gonna have to. I think probably the tax we pay towards the NHS is gonna go up, because the way the government seems to work in my eyes is that they take something away, so they'll probably take this away, like you don't have to pay. Do you understand me? But we'll raise the NHS taxes and it'll come through a different way. So it's like that give and take rubbish. If he says free transport, you better know it ain't gonna be free transport for a while. You know what I mean? It's gonna come out of your pocket somewhere else. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm.
Snoop, I agree with you, because the over 60s now have to pay apparently to use the transport during peak hours. And
I never knew that.
Congestion
look at it like it's affecting me,
I know. One of the ladies was telling me, and the congestion charge has also gone up as well, and apparently the hours is also going to be extended. So like you just now said, literally they're going to find other ways, or they have started to think of other ways to get that money back.
So I just want to check, is public transport still free at the moment?
It is still free, yes. But those with like a freedom pass, I think it's like if they try to use it in the morning before 8:30, so like early hours of the day, they can't. They have to pay or something stupid like that. Yeah, so one of the ladies has really written to Sadiq Khan about it, because she's like, this is absolutely ridiculous. I've worked here for like 40 years. Yeah. And I now have to pay to use the transportation because you want to make it free transport for everybody else, even though you everyone to stay at home. Like, it don't make no sense.
A lot of slack for that, innit? Yeah. Who's getting a lot of slack for that? Because, but what they used to trying to say is that TfL is still a business.
I'm so glad you're not an MP, because I swear down.
I mean, you have said this. You have been saying this before, Snoop, about how with all this furlough, 80% of your wage. You said it. You've said it before in a previous show. You're like, well, you taxpayers out there, get ready to pay up. I mean,
because all they keep saying is that we are in a deeper recession than we've ever been. Yeah. So my thing is, we are all going to have to pay this all back in some way or another to help the economy go stronger again. Especially now that we're going to be standing on our own. Funny how no one's talking about Brexit anymore. You know what I mean? We're standing on our own by the end of this year. And I'm like, okay, we're going to be in a deeper recession than we've ever been, and we're going to be standing on our own. What a bad time for Brexit to happen.
I mean, I do honestly believe that we will bounce back. I don't think it'll be as quick as they anticipated, but I do feel like
from the corona or from economic factor.
I think the economic crisis now. I think we will definitely bounce back. Things just need to get back to normal. But obviously, the priority is to save lives. But I do think we'll be able to bounce back. And I honestly feel like if they're going to hit taxpayers hard, you need to hit those people whose pockets are already full. Like, I'm not trying to be, like rude, but like with my workplace, the people who are on the higher salaries are the ones that have had, the ones that have been affected. Us little people on the lower end of the food chain, haven't been, affected. And I'm not trying to be rude, but it's sad. But I don't feel sorry for those people, because ain't none of them gonna go hungry. I just think those people who are on the bigger pay packets. Let's start with the MPs. I'm sorry, all this, claiming money for dog food and all that shit should stop. Do you know what I mean? Like, if anyone's money should be, broken down a little bit to help the economy, well, let's start with those things. Don't just put it all on
the bigger ones, the ones on top.
So, we just have to monitor this situation. I mean, I'm just grateful that, the three of us, have been able to maintain. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been blessed in this season. I've not missed, financially, I've not been affected, thank God. And I know that's not the same for everyone. And that's really, really, obviously.
Most people,
It's sad. It's a sad situation. So I thank God, that I'm in the position, that I'm in. But I definitely think the UK can pull together and
Through,
once things resume.
We always do.
Yeah, exactly. Once things resume, all of those people, you know, with one tooth and the scrunchie in their hair to hold down one strand of hair, can't keep complaining about nobody. They ain't got no job. You know, there's no job out there. Once this whole thing opens up, there are going to be plenty of jobs out there. So maybe not for the money that you want, but there are going to be jobs out there. I do think the economy, well, it has to recover, but it will. I don't think it will be as slow as people are predicting. I don't think it will be fast, but I do think once things start opening up again and we start resuming some kind of normality, I do think it will be fine. I do. The demand will be there. The demand will be there for everything again, and so jobs will be needed again. So you know, it is what it is.
Yep.
Well,
and that's it on that part.
Yeah, I think it's been a good session today, and yeah, we're gonna leave it there. I mean, some people have been messaging and saying, "Oh, another episode! Oh, another episode!" Yes, people, we are in the house all day long, so well, majority, you know, so we have time.
Make it happen.
You know, we know that people want content, so we're just trying to give you what you want. You know, if you're really happy and supporting us, you could ask for, bank details to deposit, you know, a small token to show your appreciation.
After you just told them that God is blessing you and your family.
Well, watch the blessings stop.
Work right now.
Let the blessings keep going.
Oh my God.
So yeah, as usual, guys, you can find us on IG, Facebook, YouTube, Podbean, iTunes. You can email us at freepms.ladies@gmail.com. I'm your girl, Queen Pig.
I'm Snoop.
I'm Nick.
Goodbye.
Bye.